Welcome back to our channel, Legends Leaving. We have compiled a list of legendary actors who have passed away today, July 23rd, 2024, and we have included it in this memorial video. Those legendary figures who, although having made some kind of contribution to their respective works, have regrettably passed away today. To the family and all the fans, my condolences. May you go to rest. If you would like to show your love and affection for us, we would appreciate it if you would give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We'll be discussing unfortunate updates regarding the American broadcaster Robin Roberts. 7. Mark Kevin Carnevale, born on May 21st, 1960 in Annapolis, Maryland. Mark Kevin Carnevale was a respected American golf trainer and talk show host. Carnevale fell in love with golf at a young age because his family loved the game too. He went to James Madison University and played golf there to improve his skills. In 1983, he turned professional. As soon as he started his job in professional golf, his hard work and skill were clear. Carnevale made a big splash when he won the PGA Tour's Chattanooga Classic in 1992. This win was the best of his playing career, and it earned him the prestigious title of PGA Tour Rookie of the Year. His performance that year showed how good he could be and cemented his status as one of the toughest competitors on the tour. Carnevale was a regular on the PGA Tour, even though he didn't win any more titles. He was known for his steady play and thoughtful approach to the game. Carnevale moved on to a new job that allowed him to stay involved with the sport he loved after he stopped playing. He became a broadcaster for Sirius XM PGA Tour Radio, where he gained a loyal following for his smart analysis and deep knowledge of the game. People liked his analysis because it was deep and easy to understand. He used his many years of experience as a professional golfer. Carnevale was a recognized voice in the world of sports broadcasting because he could explain the complicated rules of golf. People respected Carnevale not only for what he did on the game, but also for what he did for the golf community outside of golf. People knew him for being a good sport, working hard, and helping out younger players. Mark Kevin Carnevale died on July 22nd, 2024, at the age of 64. He built a great career in professional golf and sports television. Both when he played and when he called games, he had a big effect on the sport, and fans and co-workers still remember and honor that. 6. A well-known Vietnamese leader, Nguyễn Phú Trọng, was born on April 14, 1944, in Dong Hoi, Dong A District, Hanoi. He was president of Vietnam and general secretary of the Communist Party of Vietnam, CPV. He was a very important person in Vietnamese politics for many years and had a big effect on the country's policies and direction. Trong grew up in the country and did well in school from a young age. This inspired him to study literature and political theory in college. After graduating from Hanoi University, he continued his education in the Soviet Union and earned a Ph.D. in political science. This prepared him for his future roles as a politician and party boss. In the 1960s, Trong started his political career when he joined the CPV. He quickly moved up the party's ranks because he was smart and committed to its values. He had many jobs in the party and government, such as being editor-in-chief of the CPV's theoretical and political magazine, the Communist Review, and head of the CPV's Central Propaganda Department. His power slowly grew, and in 2006, he was elected as chairman of the National Assembly. As chairman, he was very important in legislative matters and constitutional changes. Nguyễn Phú Trọng reached the top of his political career when he was elected General Secretary of the CPV in 2011. This was the highest post in the party and the highlight of his career. He was known for taking a strong stand against graft and working hard to keep the CPV at the center of Vietnamese politics and society. In 2018, he became president of Vietnam, making him one of the few leaders in the world to hold both posts at the same time. This showed how much power and control he had over the country's politics. During his time in office, Trong worked to strengthen the party's beliefs, make government better, and fight corruption. For these efforts, he was praised and criticized. Even though he had health problems in his later years, including a stroke in 2019, he remained a major political player in Vietnam until his death on July 19, 2024, at the age of 80. Nguyễn Phú Trọng is remembered for his service to the Communist Party and for having a big effect on Vietnam's political and intellectual direction. 5. Iris Sasaki is a great singer from Brazil. She was born on May 16, 1988 in Sao Paulo. Sasaki has always had a deep love for music, which may have come from his Japanese-Brazilian roots in Brazil's rich musical history. He started singing in talent shows and community events in his area, and his strong voice and lively stage presence quickly made him famous. Because Sasaki loved music so much, he went to the Sao Paulo Conservatory to get official training. There, he improved his singing and music theory skills. When Sasaki was in his early 20s, he released his first record, which showed how well he could play samba, bossa nova, and pop music. This was the start of his big career. He had a special way of mixing traditional Brazilian sounds with modern influences, which made him popular with fans and won him praise from critics. People loved his live shows because they were so lively and full of energy. He captivated them with his charm and honest performances of both original songs and old Brazilian hits. During his career, Sasaki worked with many well-known Brazilian acts, which helped him become more well-known in the music business. His second album solidified his status as a rising star. It had hit songs that were played a lot on Brazilian radio stations. People really connected with Sasaki's music, which often dealt with love, strength, and national identity. Iris Sasaki's career was cut short tragically when he died of an electric shock at a live show in Rio de Janeiro on July 13, 2024. He was 35 years old. He accidentally touched a broken microphone while he was acting on stage, which caused his untimely death. When the music industry and his fans heard the news of his death, they were shocked and saddened. They had lost a lively and talented artist. His music, which continues to move and inspire people, is Iris Sasaki's legacy. He made important contributions to Brazilian music and was able to connect with people through his art. These things will always be remembered about him. 4. In the 1970s, Raymond Reardon MBE was one of the most famous people in snooker. He was Welsh and played the game professionally. He was born on October 8, 1932 in Tredegar, Monmouthshire, Wales, and grew up in a working-class home. He first became interested in snooker when he was young, and he improved his skills at clubs in his area. Reardon was already a very good player when he was a youngster. He worked as a coal miner before becoming a professional, which was a popular job in his hometown. Early on, things were hard for him in the mines, and he quit the job to become a police officer. Reardon's drive and love for snooker never went away, and he kept playing professionally even while working as a police officer. When Reardon turned pro in 1967, his career took off very quickly. In 1970, he won his first World Snooker Championship, making him the best player in the sport. He won the title 6 times over the next 10 years: 1,970, 1,973, 1,974, 1,975, 1976, and 1978, which made him famous and cemented his place as one of the best snooker players of all time. The way Reardon played was characterized by his strategic thinking and psychological awareness. He often scared his opponents with the care he took when choosing which shots to make. The way he looked also made him famous because of his dark widow's peak and big eye teeth. People called him Dracula, which added to his mystery and appeal to fans. Reardon earned more than a dozen other professional titles over the course of his career, which shows how consistently good he was and how versatile he was. He was given an MBE member of the Order of the British Empire for his work in sports. After he stopped playing professionally, Reardon stayed involved in the snooker community and helped younger players by teaching and mentoring them. His contributions to the sport went beyond his achievements as a player. He was a big part of making snooker famous on TV in its early years. His 91st birthday was July 19, 2024, aged 91 years, and he died that day. His impact shows how skilled, dedicated, and important he was in the world of snooker. 3. Montserrat Candini y Puig was a well-known Spanish politician who lived from September 4th, 1957 to July 19th, 2024. She was a member of the Democratic Convergence of Catalonia and later the Catalan European Democratic Party. From a very young age, Candini was deeply involved in Catalan politics and culture because he was born in Barcelona. She went to college to study political science, which gave her the knowledge and skills that would later shape her job in politics. Candini's early work in politics was marked by her support for Catalonian independence and her attempts to advance the region's needs in Spanish politics as a whole. Once Candini became mayor of Calella, her political career really took off. She held that job from 2011 to 2022. She was known as a strong leader and for making policies that made people's lives much better in the city while she was mayor. During her term, she oversaw many projects to improve the city's infrastructure, promote culture, and encourage tourists, which helped make Calella a lively and prosperous city. People all over the country and in her own city respected and recognized her for being a good mayor. In addition to being mayor, Candini was a senator in Spain from 2008 to 2015. Although she was in the Senate, she fought hard for Catalonian interests, making sure that the region's special needs and goals were heard at the national level. Her work in Congress was mostly about things like economic growth, education, and healthcare, which shows how much she cared about the people she represented. From 2015 to 2017, Candini was a member of the Parliament of Catalonia. There, she continued to fight for Catalonia's national identity and independence as a region. Candini's political career was marked by her unwavering commitment to public service and her skill at navigating the complicated politics of both the area and the country. She was renowned for her skill at speaking clearly, planning ahead, and bringing together people from different party groups to reach an agreement. The late Montserrat Candini y Puig died on July 19, 2024. She made important political achievements in Catalonia and Spain. A lot of people still feel and remember how she changed politics, especially when it came to promoting Catalonian independence. 2. Toumani Diabaté was born on August 10, 1965 in Bamako, Mali. He was a famous kora player and a well-known figure in Mali and world music. Diabaté came from a long line of griots and was very connected to the music of West Africa. As a child, Toumani was steeped in the rich cultural history of his family tree. His father, Sidiki Diabaté, was also a famous kora player. He learned to play the kora, which is a 21-string lute bridge harp, and became famous for how well he could play it and how creatively he did it. Diabaté's career was marked by his commitment to saving traditional Malian music and working with artists from other cultures. He put out a number of well-reviewed albums, including his first solo album, Kara, in 1988. This album showed off his technical skill and deep knowledge of the kora's subtleties. Diabaté's work with artists from different styles earned him praise around the world. His music mixed Malian music with blues, jazz, flamenco, and other types from around the world. He worked with Taj Mahal, Björk, and the flamenco group Kedama. These partnerships showed how versatile he was and how well he could combine different types of music. The Independent named Diabaté one of the 50 best African singers in 2006, recognizing his important contributions to world music. Besides being a great performer, he was also very important in bringing Malian culture and music to the attention of people around the world. Toumani Diabaté's legacy is marked by his exceptional skill, zest for new ideas, and dedication to using music to bring people from different cultures together. He died on July 19, 2024, leaving behind a rich singing legacy that still moves and inspires people all over the world. The Swedish businessman Eva Birgitta Schwartz Grimaldi was well known for her important work in the arts and media. Schwartz Grimaldi was born in Stockholm, Sweden on April 15, 1956. He loved books and the arts as a child. She went to school to learn literature and languages, which set the stage for her future work. According to Schwartz Grimaldi, her first job was in publishing, where she quickly moved up the ranks thanks to her sharp business sense and deep understanding of culture. When Schwartz Grimaldi moved into the media business, her career took a big turn for the better. She was the CEO of Swedish Television SVT and later the CEO of the Bonnier Broadcasting Group, among other important management roles. As head of SVT, she worked hard to improve the quality and variety of the network's shows, which helped the network's image and viewership a lot. At Bonnier Broadcasting, she was very important in leading the company through the fast-changing media landscape by focusing on going digital and coming up with new material. In addition to her work at the company, Schwartz-Grimaldi was a strong supporter of educational and artistic projects. She was on the boards of several cultural organizations and used her knowledge and ideas to help arts and education in Sweden. Her work won her a lot of praise and respect in the field. The July 20th, 2024, aged 68 years, was the date of her death. People remember her as a leader in the media and culture who broke new ground. They also remember her love of the arts and her important contributions to Swedish business and culture. The famous American TV host and co-anchor of ABC's Good Morning America, Robin Roberts, has had serious health problems that she has been open about with the public. Roberts was discovered with an early form of breast cancer in 2007. She had surgery, chemotherapy, and radiation therapy to treat it. Her fight with cancer was deep and life-changing, and she used her fame to bring attention to the disease and encourage early detection and regular screenings. Roberts had another major health problem in 2012 when she was told she had myelodysplastic syndrome, MDS, a rare blood disorder that is often seen as a sign of leukemia to come. Because of this, she needed a bone marrow donation, which her sister Sally Ann Roberts gave her. Roberts wrote about her treatment and recovery, giving hope and motivation to many people who are going through similar health problems. She took time off from Good Morning America to focus on her health, and the media talked a lot about her brave fight. Many people look up to Roberts because she was strong and positive during her health problems. Sharing her own struggles has helped take the mystery out of these illnesses and brought attention to how important medical study and support are for people with life-threatening illnesses. Robin Roberts keeps doing well and inspiring people by showing amazing strength and drive in the face of hardship.